I would like to welcome you back to this great deal every morning. We'll call it Good Morning Anambra. And I'm sure if you have been joining us, you wouldn't want to miss any of its segments. Welcome. It is discussion segment now, and we'll have in the house somebody who has joined us to look at the topic that we have today. He is Comrade Sam Egwuatu, Chairman, National Youth Council of Nigeria, Anambra State Chapter. Comrade, you're welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
You're welcome, Sam.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And then you may be wondering, what are we doing with Comrade? Well, our searchlight has beamed on the activities of National Youth Council of Nigeria, Anambra State Chapter. And that's exactly why we'll have him here to help us maybe look at one or two controversies about it. Welcome, Sam.
Thank you.
Now tell us, National Youth Council of Nigeria, what is it all about to the layman in the street?
Thank you. National Council of Nigeria is an apex youth organization registered out of Parliament, 1963. They are the umbrella body that takes care of every activities of youth in Nigeria.
Everybody is free to. Is there any way you?
All the youth organizations, all the youth activities, they take care of it. They see to it. National Youth Council of Nigeria.
Okay.
Yes.
And then Anambra State Chapter, you are their chairman.
Yes.
When were you elected into office as the chairman of Anambra State Youth Council?
Okay. We conducted election on the 9th of March, Friday, at Dora Akunyele Women Development Center. And we were, my position as a state chairman, we were 4 people contested along the line, 1 step down. Then 3 of us contested in the name of I myself, Comrade Sam Egwuatu, Comrade Chinedu, and Comrade Obinna Okolo. After, at the end of the election, because the voting strength based on registered VYOs, voluntary youth organization, and a community-based organization, and affiliate bodies to the State National Council of Nigeria through the Ministry of Youth and Sports. At the end of the Congress, I emerged as the state chairman on the 9th of March 2018.
All right. By the way, we would like to congratulate you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And I don't know, before my friends come in, am I a youth? Am I free to join you? Because I don't know. What's the age bracket? Who is a youth?
Everybody, yes. We have animated youth. And we have the active youth. So you are still there. That's what we call youth at heart.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I see. You're welcome.
Now, you were elected as the chairman. Now, what's the criteria of becoming the chairman? Because I know others are really willing to be there. So what's the criteria? Do you just say you must be educated, you must be an entrepreneur or something like that before you get to this position?
No, we have criteria to contest or to be qualified to contest as a state chairman. First of all, you have to, number 1, start from your local government, from the community base, where your organizations will qualify you as an affiliate body to local government, National Youth Council of Nigeria. Then after that, before you contest again as a state chairman, you must have held one of the executive positions at the state level. Then secondly, thirdly, before you are qualified to contest as the state chairman, you must have been nominated and chaired a community-based organization or voluntary youth organization. These are the 3 criteria.
Okay, now you said this NYCN was actually formed in 1963 or 64. It's been long. Could you basically, what's their aims and objectives? Because we have so many bodies coming up these days. Youth this, youth that. What are the objectives of this particular one?
The holistic objective of National Council at the national level, down to local government level, state and local government, first of all, is to see to the activities of youth. To take care of youth activities, is to gather the strength of youth together so that we have a common voice to get whatever we're looking for. Then our main objective again is to make sure that the youths are included in day-to-day running of government. So we have a common voice can speak for us.
And all these years, do you think these objectives, the youth have really lived up to these aims and objectives which you outlined now? Do you really think they've lived up to that?
Yes, to my knowledge, to the best of my knowledge, we have.
How?
Okay, there's some bureaucracies. We have. That's why Youth Council. That's why we say it's community-based organization, voluntary youth organization. The community-based organization is an organization at a community level. So whatever we are looking at local government level, you must come from a community-based organization to champion it. You cannot just go as an individual. Secondly, there are things. Okay, let me use an example. For instance, when I went, because then I was a local government coordinator 2 times in my local government, Orumba North local government. Then we had a program to get our youth registered as a cooperative association for us to be able to access grants or loans from microfinance bank. If you go as an individual, you cannot get it. So they say you must come, you must have a conglomerate. And what we did, we just through a community youth-based organizations. It was very holistic. Very tedious then, because each and every member must go through his president general or his chief of the community to ascertain, that is to confirm that he knows him or her. Before that, something like that. I know the individuals try to assess it, even when they want to form. Must provide your identification letter from your PG or from your Igwe or chief, as case may be, before you're able to allow to assess it. Then after that, we form an association, cooperative association, and we're able to assess the loan from microfinance bank, which help us a lot in agriculture, sponsored by the government.
Okay, now let me come in there. I know that that's a question that is bugging the mind of some youths, some Anambra youths now, because that's this alleged or whatever speculation of Nigerian Youth Council having 2 factions in Nigeria. I mean, in Anambra State, the one headed by Smart Nonso Okafor and the one headed by Sam Egwuatu. Now tell us, are there 2 factions of the Youth Council of Nigeria in Anambra State?
To the best of my knowledge, we have only one Youth Council in Anambra State. And that one Youth Council conducted elections on the Congress on 9th of March 2018. I, Comrade Samuel Egwuatu, emerged as the state chairman.
Okay, were you formally handed over by who?
Before now, we have a caretaker chairman in the name of Honorable Comrade Chibuzo Oka.
Who set up the caretaker committee?
Yes, why the
who set up the caretaker committee? Excuse me, let's get there.
Which caretaker? Okay, the one he chaired.
The one that handed over to you, like you said.
They have not. I have not been handed over to. He had not handed over to me. The caretaker was as a result of. It was set up as a result of some. I'll call it some pressure, so that we know Anambra State. We just concluded our elections last year. I know youths. They are easily used. So for us to be on a safer side, first of all, to get our state election, governorship election clear, then I said, okay, on that note, let us set up a caretaker committee that will checkmate whatever youth activities, so that everybody will be neutral, whatsoever youth activity might be during the election, so that we'll be able to have a smooth running of election. That last year, that was when Honorable Comrade Chibuzo Oka was appointed to lead or to be the caretaker chairman, just for 6 months, after which it was extended to extra 6 months. Then his own, that's 1 year of caretaker elapsed that 9th of March.
There was supposed to be a peace committee between that faction, I mean the committee and your faction, sometime last year, and I heard that it failed. What happened? Who interfered?
Like I said before, I know we have only one youth council in Anambra State.
You have only one youth council?
One youth
and
council
you have not had any parallel election?
No.
Okay, let's take it from this angle. Who is the sponsor of the NYCN?
The sponsor?
Yes.
It's not a private body. The state, like Anambra State chapter, it is the duty of Anambra State to be given National Council of Nigeria Anambra State subvention.
Subvention, okay.
Youth Political and Economic Summit. That was last year, 2017.
Yes.
And I'd like to find out why political is this body involved in politics. Are you a political organization?
Actually, Youth Council is not a political organization.
And you don't have plans to be one?
The organization,
even with the, not too young to run, bill that has come up.
Human beings are individual, are political. We all are political animal. One might choose to run one political platform or the other, but as a body, National Council of Nigeria, we are not a political platform. We're not political organization. We're not a political organization.
And you don't delve into politics?
Not at all.
All right. Well, this program is open for you to start calling and making your comments, please. And the number is on your phone. Okay. On your screen, please. You wanted to say something.
Yes, what I want to say is, what I want to ask is, why is it so interesting? Why is that everybody is clamoring to get there, to be at that apex position of the chairman? Is it juicy? Do you receive payment? So why you contested with a lot of people, and some people are still saying, look, I was supposed to be there, not you, you're not qualified. So what is there? What is it that is making it so interesting?
Okay.
We are the apex.
Okay. It's not juicy per se. We have no salary. As a state chairman, National Council of Nigeria, you have a very big job to do. And some people that did not know this, they think once you become the state chairman, you will have salary. Maybe you'll be under government post or maybe payment scheme. But not so. It's not juicy. Let me tell us. I keep telling them one thing. I said, if you have passion for something, the passion you have for it will drive it itself to move. So why? Let me say on my own self why I have interest so much, not because of anything, because there is no salary as long as I'm aware, is because there's something in me that is driving it.
That you want to be the next president?
Not really. Not really.
It won't be bad.
It won't be bad anyway. If that's a prophecy, it's a good one.
And are you saying if you are the president, you're not going to be eating one or two?
What's your own?
Whatever.
So, however, just the interest. You have the interest. That is the basic.
I have the interest. Yes,
okay, because you want to rule. You want to be a
by
leader.
Passion.
Yes.
Okay, this National Youth Council is a national thing.
Yes.
And it's been long. Actually, I would like to know the place of Anambra Youth in the whole of this National Youth Council. What are your plans?
Is it okay? Okay, the stands in our role is let me take us a little bit back. During the time of Comrade, his youthfulness, Comrade Wabufo Wankwo. Then I was the local government coordinator in my own local government. Anambra State National Council of Nigeria was the best. We were highly outstanding because during his own regime, he's a good leader that he won so many awards at the national level. Do you understand me? Why so? Is because as every leader supposed to be a good servant, not servant, but a good servant. Comrade Wapumampo, during his own time, he led us well, and he became our servant. Then we serve him wholeheartedly, and he devised plenty programs that drives it to move, and that is why the likes of me said, no, he is my mentor. Where he stopped, I want to take it up from there. Let me tell us, our youths now, it's not that we don't have potentials, but we need someone that will guide us. We need someone that will push it to come out, so that.
And that's why I want to know your plans, because I know this is your second time. You have been there before now.
No, I've not been there.
Okay, what were you doing? You were the caretaker chairman or whatever.
No.
Coordinator.
No, I was the coordinator. That was 2007. Local government.
Okay, before this election.
Yes.
All right. Now we want to know what have you outlined. What are your plans for Anambra Youth?
Okay, thank you. My plans for Anambra Youth is few of them. Basically, I want us to to go deep down again to entrepreneur. Skill acquisition training programs, capacity building training programs. You know, where I am today in many forums and many organizations, or where I've worked before, I want to be very, very humble to this, but I have received few awards based on my coordination. So the outline program is, you know, we know that the rate of unemployment is increasing by the day, and not that we don't have something to do, but because we don't have good guide or the leaders per se in our own section. So what I have in plans are, number one, we begin to run a skill acquisition training program that will train our youth. You know, if we give our youth good training, the potentials and then will come, and after which they will be empowered. Number one. Number two, like I said, because it helped me, I am speaking out of experience. We will get our youths at the local, at the grassroots level, at the community level, to form what we call cooperative association or cooperative organizations. So, because right now, I want us to know that there are plenty grants waiting for the youth to access, but you cannot access this as an individual. We have to run as a cooperative organization. And for instance, the one at CBN, the grants that CBN is giving, Bank of Industry is giving, and some other microfinance. Are
you assessing them now?
Is once we start, we take off. And how do we? So the first thing we have to do is to form these cooperative organizations where we will get our youth at the community level. We will launch in there. Then we have their profile and we have their data. By then, after training, they will tell us what they want to do. You understand me? Then we'll be able to assess it, and not only assessing it to give them, but we'll monitor it.
We'll monitor, supervise the application.
You are not adding a little bit of politics, encouraging your youth to join politics, because you're already politicking.
Okay.
Why?
No, not really. I'm not politicking. I'm trying to give down.
You are because for you to pass through the elections.
Talking of politicking, you're one of the people. I mean, your competitor, the guy that contested with Uchinedu, congratulated you the other time. Is it true?
Exactly.
What does that show of us? I mean, those are youth in Anambra State.
Yes. That is spirit of sportsmanship.
Spirit of sportsmanship.
Yes.
And you accepted that.
In National Council of Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I had wanted to ask you about the bill in the National Assembly, but let's keep it for another day. Before want of time, we'll just have to go.
Okay.
Okay. We'd like to thank you, Comrade Sam Egwuatu, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Okay.